Hey, what is up mortals, it is James Heifer here, and before we get into today's video, I'd like to thank my first ever Patreon, Mr. Moisturize. His channel will be linked in the description below, and a link to my Patreon will also be in the description below. There will also be a link to my Discord down there, and with the Discord you can talk to me, and you can talk to each other, and there's a few other people already in there, there's different ranks and stuff, and yeah. By the way, just in case you don't already know, there may be spoilers in this video for upcoming arcs and characters in My Hero Academia. Now into today's video. This is My Hero Academia What If Izuku Midoriya got one for all at the start of the anime instead of after training part 7. Now where we left off last time, Izuku had just pulverized his bones in his arms and legs, and with the help of Bakugo and Eraserhead, they were able to stop All For One. While Bakugo and Deku on the ground, Eraserhead calls for medical assistance for the two boys and Endeavor, who appears to not be moving at all. Over where All For One is, his body has been ripped apart, as once his quirk was deactivated, he had no way to redirect the impact force. He is laying on the ground with the whole of his bottom half completely missing. Tomura, who was about to leave through a portal, spotted his master. He rushes over towards him. All For One is slowly regenerating the lower part of his body, but it'll take several hours for it to get anywhere. The damage is so far beyond anything that he's ever received that it will take forever, and by the time it does heal, the heroes will be here and have captured him. He realizes this, grabbing onto Tomura's arm. All For One, Tomura, it's time for you to receive a gift. This may be the last gift I ever give you, but it's been yours for a long time coming. Tomura, Master, don't say that. You're going to be alright. We can get you. All For One cuts him off. It's too late for that. And anyway, I'll be fine. All For One transfers a quirk to Tomura. All For One, master that, and you will make me proud. All For One then uses his teleportation quirk to teleport Tomura away before he passed out. Some lesser known heroes arrive. Ida's brother is one of the ones that arrive and make it to the scene first. He takes Bakugo into custody, while Eraserhead and a few others deal with All For One, and a few medical heroes rush Deku into surgery. Several high-class medical heroes are flown from all over Japan, and even a few from outside of Japan, to work on him. He is in surgery for several days. They even had Best Jeanist come in to try and reattach some ligaments. They were able to restore part of one of his arms, but one of his arms and his legs will never be as they once were. It's highly likely that at most he'll recover the use of that one arm, as his right arm is the least damaged part of him. A month goes by. Izuku is finishing some physical therapy on his right arm. When he woke up, he was surrounded by his classmates. Ochako and Ida had arrived, and they haven't left the hospital since. They had been there for nearly 5 days while Izuku was getting worked on, and while he was in a coma-like state. The rest of his classmates visited for an hour or two each day. It was one of these times that Izuku finally woke up. He was a bit dizzy after all, and he couldn't move his legs or one of his arms, and his other arm was a bit numb and he found it hard to move that arm. But when he woke up, he wanted to talk to Bakugo. He's informed that it appears that Bakugo was arrested by some heroes on scene, and Izuku was told that his court case for his past events would be in around 3 months. Izuku's determined to speak at that court case. After the month of physical therapy, Izuku was confined to a wheelchair. It was at this point that Izuku was visited by Sir Night-Eye and his student. Sir Night-Eye, Izuku, this is twice now that things haven't gone quite the way as I expected. I used my quirk to see your future. You were meant to die on the operating table. You shouldn't be here right now. Izuku goes pale as he looks at his hand. Izuku, you saw my death, but you didn't try to stop me? Their conversation doesn't go on for much longer, and soon after, Sir Night-Eye leaves. Izuku has been a lot more depressed since the injury. He has had several doctors tell him that he won't ever be able to walk again, and even Recovery Girl tell him that there's nothing she can do for him. Eraserhead stops by once a day or so. He tells Izuku that if it wasn't for Izuku, the city would have been completely destroyed, and Izuku asks Eraserhead every time he visits. Izuku, did the principal say I'm not fit to be a hero? Eraserhead shakes his head and says, no, you'll always be welcome at UA. He thinks to himself, this kid more than any other deserves to be there. Eraserhead leaves. While walking out of the hospital, Eraserhead thinks to himself, with this new exchange student and the new teacher to take over All Might's position, I'm not sure if things will be ready in time for the UA Sports Festival. I hope things work out. Over in Izuku's room, he is determined to be ready for the UA Sports Festival. He knows that he has only got one arm, but in his mind that's all he needs. He knows that he can make All Might proud if he just tries that little bit harder. When Izuku is dismissed from the hospital, he returns home. His mother has been so worried, and due to recent events, she doesn't want him to go back to UA. But even though he's stuck in a wheelchair, he still is determined to be a hero. The sports festival will be held in 3 weeks. UA is trying to use use it to capitalize on the recent heroic events. They're trying to put heroes back in the highlight, as recently heroes haven't been doing so good. Everyone is training hard for it, but in combat training with the new student Miro, he appears to be a bit more talented than the rest, or a bit further ahead in his training. Izuku is still able to move around fairly well due to the support course class making him a special outfit that allows him to actually walk. He can only walk though, he cannot run, he cannot jump, so full Cal is completely out of the question for movement, but he still has his right arm. His left arm is just strapped most of the time. Anyway, that's it for this part everyone. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. If you're interested in helping me edit a few of these videos so that I can get them out sooner, go to the Discord link in the description and message me there. It would be a huge help if you could. Anyway, that's it for today's video. The hashtag for today will be #BrokenBones, and yeah, have an amazing day. Peace out, mortals.